Okay, so timer, please let us know whether all the speakers are qualified for voting.
So speaker 1 finished her speech in 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Speaker 2 completed his speech in 11 minutes and 38 seconds. And speaker 3 completed his speech in 6 minutes and 56 seconds. So all speakers are qualified.
Thank you, Nimisha. So let's proceed with our second session with table topics, with which challenges us to think on our feet and impromptu speak. So for table topic, I would like to invite Toastmaster Ashutosh as table topic master of the day. Toastmaster.
Hello everyone, this is Ashutosh. Can you all hear me?
Yes, Ashutosh, we can hear you.
Great, thank you. So our president, all the guests and the dear Toastmasters. Now I'm going to take you through a very exciting session of today's meeting. What I always feel that impromptu speaking is something that is the state of art thing that Toastmaster has incorporated in their total overall agenda. So now today I'm going to make a little twist in the format that we generally have. This time you are not going to choose whether you are going to come and speak on the stage or not. Rather, topic is going to choose you. How it will go, you'll get to know. Just before to start, let me explain you the rules of today's table topic format, where I will be giving you a topic. You have to speak at least for a 1 minute and at max 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And let me tell you the breakout of the timings. So at least when the 1 minute is over, you will be showing a green card that yes, you have qualified. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, you will be showing a yellow card that you need to summarize your speech. For 2 minutes, it means you have reached to the level to what you have to speak, 2 minutes, and additional 30-second grace period will be given. If you are exceeding your speech to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, then you will be disqualified. So try to speak a minimum for 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We are good to start, right? Everybody understood the rules? Sure. So before I start, just help me with one information in offline mode. I wanted to know the name of the guest who is present over there.
Toastmaster Ashutosh, the guest name is Bharat.
Bharat. Okay, thank you. Now I will share my screen. Where is share screen? Okay. And share. All can see my screen. Just let me know. Visible?
Yes, Ashutosh, we can see your screen.
Right. So what I will do after the count of 3, I will spin the this wheel. Whosoever name will come on the screen have to speak. Making sense? Everybody?
Yes, Ashutosh.
Right. Because I'm presenting my screen, so I'm not able to see the reactions. So here we go. So it is Shantanu. Shantanu, you are there? Toastmaster Shantanu?
Toastmaster Shantanu has dropped.
Okay, sure. We'll then hide the choice and we'll respin the game. So it is Toastmaster Mayuresh, as always. Toastmaster Mayuresh, you are ready?
Yes, Toastmaster Mayuresh is ready. No, I'm not ready. I'm Mayuresh.
Okay. Now you will be ready. So your first topic is Mayuresh. There is a great value in disaster. It gives you an opportunity to start from scratch.
So let me be clear. The topic is there is a great value in disaster because there is an opportunity to start afresh.
Correct.
Okay. So give me 20 seconds for preparation timer, and please
Sure.
let me know once 20 seconds are over and I'll start there. Okay. So I'll be starting now. Disaster, pandemic. What do these words suggest to you? Do they suggest to you something negative, or do they suggest to you something positive? Toastmaster Mayur? Disaster is positive for you. No, I think. Okay, so Toastmaster Nirjara says that disaster is never positive, and Mayur said it is positive. So I think he is biased because of the today's topic. But yes, he's right. In a way, he's right. You know what happens after a disaster, say any pandemic or any natural calamity or a human calamity like war. So what is the outcome of this? Whenever any such disaster struck, humans start building anew. The latest example is the current coronavirus pandemic. So as soon as the pandemic struck, humans started to regroup and check if how we can avoid this disaster. It created a lot of awareness in it created a lot of awareness for the hygiene, and it created a very pleasant work from home culture which benefited all of us. The second example that I would like to give, that is the example of Black Death. It came into the 14th century in Europe, and it 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 reduced the Europe population by 1/3. It was a great loss for humanity, but the positive approach of that was it gave a better leverage to the working force, and the European society and later on the world society formed into a better towards democracy, and giving uh, taking it away from aristocracy and giving way to democracy. So this was a great way. The and one more example that I would like to give was the World War One and Two. In World War One, we saw a disaster on the scale which was never seen since Black Death, but it resulted in the restructuring of multiple European kingdoms, and because of that, because of that restructuring, democracy took forward, and many scientific inventions also took forward because of these two world wars. So this is my view. The disaster gives a chance to regroup. Over to you, Toastmaster, table topic master of the day.
Thank you, Mayuresh, for giving your take how disaster is good, bad, and what all advantage we can reap if at all there is some kind of disasters. So now we'll move to our next speaker, and to just identify who that will be, I'm going to spin the wheel one more time. So Toastmaster Xenia, she's there.
Yes, she is.
Okay, so Xenia, good to start.
I see Toastmaster Junior in a meeting. Toastmaster Junior would request you to turn on your audio and video.
Toastmaster Xenia, just come on stage, and what we learned from Toastmaster Chanda today.
Run away.
Good part. Good part of Toastmaster. Just demonstrate that.
I
Xenia,
think
are
she
you
might
coming?
some issue. We
Okay.
can move ahead.
Right. And all the guests who are present over here, we are not going to spare you by any chance. If your name will not come, definitely we are going to call you. So be prepared. I'm going to spin the wheel one more time. Great. Toastmaster Kunal. Toastmaster Kunal, after giving his speech, just let me see if he is there. I think he's also not here. Anyways, we'll move to next. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Saurav.
Yeah, Ashutosh, I'm ready.
Okay, great. So I'm sharing my screen. Your topic is every dark cloud has silver lining.
Every dark cloud has a silver lining. Yeah, sure. So I'll have some 10 seconds. Timer, please let me know once 10 seconds finishes. Okay. So every dark cloud has a silver lining, and definitely it's true. As we can see in all aspects of life, a disaster for one can become the opportunity for other, or as we say, a garbage for one becomes the treasures for others. So this in this context, I like to continue in the sense like when I started my journey, my career, I was there. Right from the beginning, I felt like my skill sets are limited. I'm stuck into one job, and there is no more progression in my learning. The learning curve has stopped. But this pandemic has come to my savior, because it has given me the flexibility of work. I can proceed with my work at my home. It has given me the flexibility to work in online mode as a remote part, as well as take up the other skill sets that were necessary for my progression. So I utilized that time. I started learning the niche skills. Then I started applying for various jobs that has recently came online, and now I have joined a reputed organization with a very senior software development specialist role, and all my hard work has paid off. So I can say this the I can say every opportunity, every disaster is a silver lining. Thank you, Toastmaster Ashutosh.
Sure, very well take on the given topic. And right, so we'll move to next. I'm going to spin the wheel again. Toastmaster Bharat, he's in offline mode, right?
Yes. Yeah, guest Bharat is here.
Okay. So guest Bharat, good to start?
Yeah, sure.
Right. So I'm sharing your topic. It is pandemic has preponed the future. You got me? Pandemic has preponed the future.
Pandemic has preponed the future.
Yes. You can assert, disagree, agree, whatever you feel like.
How much time I have to prepare? You can take 30 seconds to change and then you speak for 10 minutes. Okay, give me 30 seconds. Start. Hello everyone. So pandemic has preponed the future.
I somehow agree with this topic because pandemic somehow has actually postponed the future for someone, but for some people it has actually preponed it. How it has preponed it? Because earlier the organizations, the company used to have a limited infrastructure along with them, a limited premises, because of which there were limitations in taking up more work from other countries, from abroad. But because of this pandemic, the new innovation came in picture, where the companies who have not even thought about going for work from home, even they went going work from home. They allowed the person giving up new laptops, new systems, and started work from home, which enabled them to take up more work because no more limitation about the infrastructure. They took up more projects. Because of that, new people were hired, more opportunities were created in the market. Otherwise, if you think in a different way around, there was limitations because of infrastructure. There were limited seats, so they can hire limited people. What was resulting it into that only more qualified or only more capable, a good skilled person were getting hired. But because of this pandemic, they got opportunity, no limitation to infrastructure, they were hiring more. So even people who were facing issues getting hired previously got now new jobs. They were getting more opportunities, they were become more competitive because of many companies are coming to them and hiring them. So they developed their more skill, got good package, because of which the lifestyle even got changed. People were earning more, I would say, and because of earning more, they were having good lifestyle. So definitely, for some part of this world, the pandemic was kind of was preponed the future for them. So thank you.
Very well said, Toastmaster Bharat. Being a newbie, the how you taken the topic and speak about it was great. Nice thought on that part. We'll move to next speaker, and to identify who that will be, give me a moment. Here we go. Oh my God, it's our president. Toastmaster Abhishek.
Okay, sure, those.
So your topic would be, there is a supply for every demand. There is a supply for every demand. Abhishek.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Astos, for giving this topic. Now, again, this is really related to the theme, and there is actually the supply for every demand because uh, a supply, when we say supply, it is constantly changing. Now we have the supply for before this we have the supply for going out and enjoying in the physical environment, and then we shifted to the online mode. And when the demand changed, people also changed. And as our topic for today, the reshuffling happened, and people created supply for that demand when it moved to the online meeting. Now, if we start to, let's suppose I'm in Pune city, and Pune wants to improve with the surrounding, the demand will increase, more people will come in. At the same time, it will benefit the economic for the place. So more people will start to come in and create supply for it. So I think there is no limitation on the number of skillful people, and also about the opportunity. It's about how we are managing it and what is the scenario that is coming our way to create it. So yeah, I truly believe there is supply for every demand.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for your wonderful take on the given topic. That definitely there is a supply for every demand, and this is the law of demand and supply. So, timer, if you can let me know, we can go for how much time do we have?
You can take more topics.
I can take more topics. Very well, thank you. Just for confirmation, else I would have directly chosen the guest. So now we can take more topics. Thank you for confirmation. Let me spin the wheel again. And you guys are enjoying it, right? Nobody saying yes, no.
Yes. Yes, Ashutosh, we are very much enjoying the topic.
Thank you. So here we go, our next speaker, and that is going to be Toastmaster Pradeep. Pradeep, can you hear me? Yes, I can. He is coming on the screen.
Yes, Toastmaster, I can hear you.
So Pradeep, we go with your topic, and that is a penny saved is penny earned. A penny saved is a penny earned. Very relatable for me at least. Pradeep, Toastmaster Pradeep, a penny saved, a penny earned. Yes, you can take your time.
Toastmaster Pradeep, we can't hear you. I think Ashutosh has dropped because of network
Right,
issue.
right. So we'll drop this topic as well. We'll move to next speaker.
I'm guessing some issue.
Okay, fine, Pradeep. No worries.
Pradeep, you will get chance next time. By the time you can think of it. Toastmaster Nirjara. She's in offline mode, right?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay, so Toastmaster Nirjara, good to start. Okay, so your topic is talk is cheap because supply exceeds demand. Understood? Or let me help you understanding. People used to speak a lot because there is a lot of supply and demand is not that much. So only talk is cheap. Making sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
So I will take 30 minutes. Oh, sorry, 30 seconds.
Whenever there is a more supply and less demand, things will get cheaper. So talk is. So talk is cheap because supply exceeds demand.
Okay. So hi everyone. Uh, so like I will talk about the guidance what we need to move further in our lives. So the proper guidance what we need is available is not available in that much of supply what we need, but obviously we have a lot of people around us who can give us uh, guidance, like they what I can say, like they will not provide you the proper guidance, or like people who are jealous from us, they will not provide the proper guidance, or people who like we does not matter in their life, they will not provide the proper guidance, or they can give the guidance in their perspective. But what we need uh, like our close family members or our friends, they know us, they can provide the proper guidance. So in this manner we can say, if the guidance what we need in our life is provided by our close friends and family members, or we can also guide ourselves, like we know where we are not good, so we can work on those things in which we are not good. So these kind of guidance is missing. So in that case we can say the guidance is not proper, and it is missing, and the supply is much more in case of like not the proper guidance we are receiving. Thank you so much.
Good attempt, Toastmaster Nirjara, on the given topic. I feel it was a little difficult, but you attempted in a better fashion. Now let me move to the next speaker. Guest Ramchandra, you are in online mode. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Right.
Hello.
So, Ramchandra, you understood the rules of the game, right?
Yes.
I will be giving you a topic. You have to speak for at least 1 minute and at max 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yes.
Understood, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here is your topic. That is, change is only permanent thing. Understood me? Change
Yes.
is the only permanent thing. You can take 30
Give me a
seconds
second.
to think on it and then you can start speaking. Just take a deep breath, think, try to collect the thoughts, what is coming around your mind, what change is all about. Things are changing every another day. It is,
Yes.
everything is changing.
Yeah,
Yes.
you may start. 30 seconds are over.
Yes. Okay. Change is actually one of the part of everyone's life because from childhood to old age or younger, we always going to change environment, and it is with respect to all the things, that is with respect to companies, every company bring new products in the market, and the new features in the product gives them more sales and give more profit to them. So company needs to change their product with respect to the time, with respect to the demand, and with respect to the market. So change is must in the demand in market. Also in terms of countries, also in terms of countries development, the in army, the Chinas and Indias are dominating one and others. So we have to actually develop the our army and change their armors and weapons, so that we can fight with them. So change is must in everywhere. Thank you.
Great attempt, Ramchandra Babar. What a variety of thoughts, from nature changing to the product companies changing product to the China and India. So great attempt.
Thank
Right.
you.
So we'll move to the next speaker. Timer, just let me know if I'm overshooting on time part. Can we move ahead?
Yeah, you can take one more.
If it is one more, then I think we should be given a chance who haven't speak for today's meeting. So can we have guests? Guest Reshma.
Reshma here. Yeah.
Sure. So Reshma ma'am, your topic is more demand will lead more supply is not always true. More demand will lead more supply. In general, it is true, but not always. Making sense? Not?
It's true.
But there are some instances when it is not true also. And let me help you with understanding. You need more time, but time is not always available. So there is a demand of time, but supply is very less. We have counted days, hours in our life. Time is one of those scarce resources. Now you can think around it. You got me, Reshma?
Yeah, like okay, I will try my best. Yeah. So yeah, I agree on this, and I hope others are also agree, because like in the today's market, the companies or organizations needs more skilled people, but they are not getting at that level. So we can yeah, so there is a demand but not supply of this yeah, supply of those peoples. So if every means the peoples are educated and upskilled and qualified for the different job type, but still they are lacking somewhere, like communication and other skills and soft skills and other areas which are required during the their work. So yeah, I will say mm, whatever the demand in order to understand and develop uh, to the different job types. So the people and the generations should adopt themselves in terms of skills, soft skills. Nowadays soft skills are more important, and definitely other areas as well. So this is the I have given one example of in terms of career and jobs. So I think that's all from me.
Okay, so great take, guest Reshma. Even though you were not comprehending to topics so much, however, you attempted in a very better way. So can I take one more last table topic?
Ashutosh, we have exceeded the time. So.
Okay, sure. Then, so this is it. It brings us to the end of table topic session for today's meeting. Now, again, I will pass the baton back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Saurav.
Thank you, Ashutosh, for such a wonderful insights and bringing such nice topics to the theme. And let's touch on one more aspect of the theme, the great reshuffle that we have not seen yet. As Toastmaster Ashutosh has very insightfully put this topic, this pandemic has preponed the future. So, what's your take on how this pandemic has affected the telecom sector? The way we work has changed or has evolved or not? How it had been in previous years where we were lagging behind to other countries in terms of our internet services, telecom services, and how do you see it now?
It's totally changed now. Like we have the very fast internet nowadays. As most of people are working from home, almost everybody has done work from home during the pandemic. So like telecom services had, I would say, there was a blessings in disguise, because they had to improve the network, because once the Geo has came, they tried to provide the best services as could they, and it turned out the blessings in disguise for them. It might have the turnover might have increased a lot, because everybody was like, we had to work online, students or kids need to take the online classes, the professionals had to have, like, everybody need Wi-Fi, so it was a blessings in disguise. It has helped them a lot for earning, and even it was hard time, even they had to they had to go to the basics and provide the best as infrastructure they could have. So it eventually turned out great for them.
Yes, definitely. Very true. So, with the onset of this hybrid model and remote working opportunities, the market leaders have seen a rise in the potential for the market in telecom sector as well. So, it's a win-win situation for both the employment, the employer, and the employees, right? And you can see the stepping stone has already set in motion because new market leaders are coming into telecom industries, like Adani has recently started forbidding the telecom 5G spectrum, right? So we now have a healthy and good competition in telecom sector as well. So with this, I would like to proceed with our agenda for evaluation. And with this, I'd like to call our general evaluator for his report.
Now, now it's the evaluation time, and we have like to evaluate the first speaker. We have someone who is the software QA lead, and if I have to talk about his hobbies, he loves to running marathon and exploring history. Even he loves playing guitar. So to evaluate Toastmaster Tulsi's speech, I would like to invite Toastmaster Mayuresh. Mayuresh.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Mayur. So, Toastmaster Tulsi, first of all, please accept my heartfelt congratulations on breaking the ice today. And as for your speech, you can come here. So, is my target speaker visible? Yeah. Okay, so as for your speech, first of all, thank you very much for introducing us to the very wonderful art called Madhubani. It was really insightful, and we really enjoyed learning about this new art form, which is prevalent since the time of Ramayana. It is really great to know that we are looking into this art, which was once looked upon by Sita Mata and Prabhu Ramchandra himself. So thank you for that. The second thing I'd liked about your speech was the way you structure your journey from this your small town from Bihar's Madhubani to all the way to Mumbai and Pune, and how you proceeded through that, how you prepared yourself, and when you face your challenges in your professional life, like as a banker in the demonetization. So that was really insightful for us as well, like how to tackle challenges in life. Overall, it was a very well structured speech, and we really loved listening to that, and we really related to your whole journey. And when you said that you also started a venture in Madhubani art, so it was really awesome to learn that as well. We will be looking forward to explore more into that art form, and we will learn to know more about from you as well. So the little suggestions that I have for you, that was when you were presenting your speech, you were standing still at one place, and it was obviously, I guess I can understand that you are nervous, but moving forward, I would like you to see more hand gestures and more movement toward the stage. So it will be easier for people to relate to the speaker. It will find more natural speech. And so that was just one small recommendation. The other recommendation that I have for you is that please try to give more and more speeches. We would like to see you more and more. So that's it from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayuresh. That was a trivia in the end. Like I was curious to know what is the second recommendation, and it turned out to be fun. So now moving on to evaluate our champion speaker, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. We have someone who is working in Robert Bosch company. He by profession he is a software engineer, and of course his hobbies are playing means coding and singing. So with this, I would like to invite Toastmaster Abhishek for evaluating Toastmaster Chandrasekhar's speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mayu, for introducing me. Now, first of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Chandrasekhar for completing an entire part, and I am sure this is a very wonderful journey because you have to give so many speeches and you have done so many wonderful things in Toastmasters, more challenging things. So, congratulations, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. And As a final speaker and as a professional speaker, your speech was really good. First of all, I loved that there are so many personal stories, and we know that personal stories is very good way to connect with the audience. Audience actually got connected with it, and based on your vocal variety and body language, it was you made it much more interesting in overall speech. Another thing was there was so many humor, even during sharing some information, telling story or giving some messages, you were using humor and it was distributed throughout your speech. You were going from the audience connect to humor to story, you were jumping from one to another, and you didn't leave any point where there will be lack in audience connect. So great job done on that part, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. And one more thing I loved about your speech was there were no sugar coating when talking about how Toastmasters work. And this is very good from your part. Actually, we can understand how it is happening in Toastmasters. This is really good, and this is something that is catching actually. Uh, and again, the facts were good. So opening body and closer, it was also good. You started with video and the body was good, and then you didn't give any message, but you let people think that give lasting effect. Now coming to the recommendation for your speech, one recommendation I would like to give is about the vocal variety. So in your speech, I can see multiple places that you use higher energy speaking. Even there are some places where there were some sad situation or you could have dropped down. For example, you said we get scared and nervous. Both these places, your voice was going up and it was showing as energetic. Whereas you could have dropped it down like we get scared and nervous. Now, it is not necessary. Again, it depends on your personal preference, how you want to build yourself as a public speaker. But this is one way so that you can make your speech, your vocal variety, and the emotions that the audience will listen more congruent with each other. Another recommendation I would like to give is about your structure and some points about your speech. So at the end, you said about the bad part and ugly part, that evaluator and politics and all, but it didn't tell us how much credible you are to give that information. I mean, we can see you that you are a very good speaker and you have actually speaking there. That was really nice. And we know you for a long time. And you have also told about how you have grown in Toastmasters. But should we actually listen to you? That part we didn't got because while starting, you talk about before joining Toastmasters a lot, and after joining Toastmasters, you have told one two story about when you took the Arc on the role. Then I found there was a huge gap after it. Then you talked about bad point and ugly point. If you had added some point in between, then it could have set a base so that we could have understand maybe something that you have done in managerial side or some situation that you have handled. Then it could have set a base for it. And when you said the bad point, ugly point, then it would be a much more make sense to you, and we could have actually accepted it. So I think this is one recommendation from my side. Overall speech was great. The structure was really nice. If you could work on the recommendation, then it would be amazing. So over to you, General Evaluator, and congratulations again to Chandrasekhar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek. That was an overwhelming evaluation, one of the best evaluation I ever have seen. So with this, I would like to invite our third evaluator, Toastmaster, who is working in supply chain in one of the mechanical company. And with this, he will evaluate our third speaker, Toastmaster Kunal. So I would like request Toastmaster Pradeep, please evaluate Toastmaster Kunal's speech. Thank you.
Yeah, am I audible? Yeah,
Yes,
thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Mayur. So first of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Kunal for completing his level 2 project 2 for understanding your communication style. So first of all, he has started his speech by asking a question. So there what happened, as an audience, I have got engaged. And I believe that all the audience who were listening to him, they have got engaged. And he has shown the different styles of communications. And he has already told about like 5W and 1H. In mechanical terms, we are also for utilizing or for solving any problem, we are using 5W and 1H. In lighter term, you will tell as a 5 wife and 1 husband, how we are going to solve the problem. So that's and based on his 5W1H, his abbreviation. So he has told who you are going to communicate and what you are going to communicate and why this topic, why you are going to communicate these things, and when you are going to communicate what, at what time you have to use the what thing. First, in the morning, if you are going, so your greetings should start like good morning, and whom we are communicating, madam or sir. And today, just one example I would like to give. There, Toastmaster Kunal has done something. Our like president is Mr. President, but now he is used as the Madam President. So that thing he has to take care in the future, and where he is going to communicate. That is also very important for him. Over, I can say that his speech was full of like energy and full of like body language was there. His eye contact was very good. And everything I can say that. And coming back to the Toastmaster International, for evaluating a speech for understanding your communication style, it has been divided in 7 parts. By communicating all the words and whatever he was telling, it was crystal clear to everything. And coming to the second, like vocal variety, in vocal variety, it was I can give 3 out of 5 marks. Use of tone, speed, and volume requires further practice. I have seen in his speech during time of, if you are going to our like working on this project from past 5 years, and I have been not promoted to the next level. What is your plan? Do you have any plan for this? By these things, if you would have added in his vocal tone, so that has impacted his speech. And coming back to the fourth point, like gesture was almost, it was very nice. He has shown like open body language, but sometime I can see that he was showing as like his palm was like closed. That is, as per Toastmaster, they tell us that is a sign of somewhat like anxiety. So that you have to avoid. You have to use like this in open palm. Otherwise, you can use like this. And the fourth point is over now. First, audience awareness. As we are already aware, he has already communicated all the 4 type of communication style, like direct communication style, and then initiating communication style. Then third one, a supportive communication style. As per Toastmaster Kunal, he is a supportive communication style and analytical communication style. That means the person who loves fact and figures. So by all this and comfort level, he was fully at ease. Wherever he was speaking, I can say that full of comfort level and full of full of confidence he has shown. So I can say that it was a great speech, and he has to work on only for his like vocal varieties. It was a great speech. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Mayur.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pradeep. Now with this, I will request Toastmaster Nimisha for sharing the timing reports. Yes, you can share the timing reports for the evaluators. All evaluators.
Right. So evaluator 1, Toastmaster Mayuresh, finished it in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Evaluator 2, Toastmaster Abhishek, finished it in 3 minutes and 51 seconds. And evaluator 3, Toastmasters Pradeep finished it in 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
So can you confirm?
Yeah, so evaluator 1 is qualified.
Only one evaluator. Okay. Thank you so much, timer. Now with this, I would like to call the role players. First, I will ask grammarian to share the report. Toastmaster Nilesh, can you please share the grammarian report?
Yes, General Evaluator, I will just share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible. Yes.
Okay, great. So Word of the day and phrase of the day. I think Toastmaster Mayur used it one time, word of the day, and one time phrase of the day. Unfortunately, we didn't get much participation for the word of the day and phrase of the day. Okay, so good usage. Quote which is used by, I think, Toastmaster Mayur. Individually, we are one drop, and together we are ocean. I think it was wonderful usage of the quote. Then break the ice. Normally, we use it whenever we want to start the conversation or going to break silence. I think blessing in disguise. Also, this is a phrase which is used multiple times, and it is something misfortune turns into good results. That is when we use this particular phrase. One word which I identified throughout this discussion is protagonist, which is nothing but the leading character. So if speaker is talking, or if there is a group, or there are a group of people wherein someone is leading that, or someone is on front who is talking, I think we can call that person a protagonist, who is the leading character of that particular activity. Poor usage. People's, a couple of times I have heard this word. I think we have discussed this in this forum, wherein people's is itself plural, so we can simply use people instead of people's. And second statement was used, I have got engaged. I think it can be I got engaged. Okay, overall, if I look at, I think we all did a great job. Most of us were flawless in this discussion. I did not find much recommendation or feedback from my side. Thank you so much, and over to you, the evaluator.
Thank you so much, Grammar and Toastmaster Nilesh. Now I would like to request this person who, like, at least I'm here of who is the R counter, because I made a couple of unnecessary pauses and filler sounds. So let's see how we have performed in terms of the filler sounds. So I would request Toastmaster Nirjara, please share your report.
Thank you, General Evaluator Mayur, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. So first I will talk about the speeches. So Toastmaster Tulsi used one and the filler words, and she used two unnecessary pauses, and also she used I also go to the actually I write it in very small words. Okay, so by her and followed, so these are the repetitive words. And the second one is Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. So he used only one filler word and too many so's. And the third one is Toastmaster Kunal. So he is flawless. So he didn't use any filler words. So coming towards the evaluators, Toastmaster Mayuresh, he used three filler words and one and. And the second one is Toastmaster Abhishek. He used four and some repetitive words like if and like. And the third one is Toastmaster Pradeep. So he used and, the, and like two times and one so. And coming towards the table topic, Toastmaster Mayuresh, he used the twice. And he used one unnecessary pause and used do they and created lot of awareness twice. And then coming to Toastmaster Saurav, he used four filler words like the, and used I have twice and I can say twice. And then guest Bharat, he used two filler words like and rest of is flawless. And then Toastmaster Abhishek, he used 3 filler words like and the. And coming towards Toastmaster Nirjara, myself, I also evaluated myself while I was speaking. So I used 4 filler words like and once in my speech. And then guest and then coming to general evaluator Mayur, he used 1 unnecessary word like and 1 unnecessary pause. And then coming towards the grammarian Nilesh, he used 13 filler words like and and 3 so's. And I think I am done. That's it. Thank you, and over to you, General.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nirjara. Now I would start my general evaluation report. So I will start directly from the Sergeant at Arms. So Toastmaster Mayuresh is playing the Sergeant at Arms role very well, I must say. He is the officially executive committee member as a Sergeant at Arm itself. So it was very runtime. Sergeant at Arm back out, and because of that, he's quite brave enough that he said that within 1 minute, just 5 minutes before the meeting, he said that I will act as a sergeant at arm, and he did a fabulous job. He started the meeting on time. He explained the rules. He did not forget to take the guest introduction. He is currently busy taking the votings. He's editing the votes, and even he was checking out the whether like there are we have one guest here, so he was checking out there as well. And there is only one thing which he, because there are so many responsibilities he need to handle, the only thing which we can see is that empty blackboard. But he had a couple of things. You can see this is not easy task. You can see the camera, projector, laptops. He's constantly busy and he's doing all alone. So please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Mayuresh. He's doing a great job. Now moving on to evaluate president. So president, he introduced the theme and he even talked about the theme. Even he talked a little bit about theme. He familiarize us with the theme. The only recommendation which I have for the president is that somehow we can talk about the club achievement, like we hot toast TMCP Northwest, because it can help the guest and a few new members as well to understand like what the Toastmaster Northwest has done, because we have won the 10 out of 10 DCP points, and there are so many things to talk about the TMCP Northwest. So we can highlight the club achievements, and somehow we can talk bit about the Toastmaster International as well. So this is the only recommendation I have for the president. Then moving on the timer, this is her first meeting as a member, and she is brave enough to take the role on very first day itself. So great job as a timer. She was very engaged throughout the meeting. She timed well for each and every speaker and evaluators and table topic speakers. So really great job. I do not have any recommendation to you. Keep it up. Take the roles very often, because it will boost your confidence. The moving on to act as a counter, the same here. She was even proactively asked for role. She is playing the role for very first time, and she has done a great job. She has counted, like I was able to see, like from when she came into the meeting, so she took out notebook and started noting down the ahs and ums. So she was busy throughout the meeting. So really great job. I just only one recommendation if I have to do, like you can use the template. We officially have our counter template wherein you don't need to write, I mean there are columns and so there are columns and rows wherein you just need to write, and it will make your life easier. So you can do that. That is the only recommendation I have. But I would request everyone to please applaud for Toastmaster Nirjara and Toastmaster Nimisha, because they are playing for the very first time and they have done a great job. Moving on to the grammarian. So we have the grammarian who loves reading and who can be the best person who to take as a grammarian. So really great job as a grammarian. He shared the word of the day and phrase of the day. He give an example that were very catchy, means we were able to understand what is the word of the day and phrase of the day. And even he did not forget to applaud whenever if someone uses the word of the day and phrase of the day. The recommendation which I have to give him is that you can, like I was able to see, like you announced it directly in the meeting. So if somehow you could announce the word of the day and phrase of the day prior to the meeting, means on Thursday and Friday, if you could share on our WhatsApp groups, namely role players and TM's members group, so that will help. Means speaker can use in their speeches, so it will help them. And the only thing, like we were not able to understand that consent word, so it was we were not heard, we were hearing very first time. So if somehow you could use the PPT, that will help us to understand and that will help us to use the word. So that is the only recommendation I have for you. But you really did a great job, because you mentioned the word poor and good usage of the members use. So that was really great job. Kudos to you. Now moving on to our table topic master, Toastmaster Ashutosh. Today you used the very innovative way. It was very engaging, because there was goosebumps in our stomach whether we will be the next, or so that was the thing. So that was pretty engaging session which you took. So keep it up, that thing. If I have to talk about, and even you took all the topics were related to theme only, and even you explain all the rules, and you give equal chance to members. You took give all chances to all the members. That was really great. If I have to give the recommendation, we all know that you are from salesperson, you have done the MBA, but the topics somehow, as a non-MBA background, as a non-salesperson, we were not familiar with those terms. So that time we had a bit of we could not able to speak much more. So you can use general topic, not in terms of sales. As a non-sales background, we find a bit difficult, but it's only one recommendation we have for you. But really great job, and keep it up. Now moving on to the evaluators. All the evaluators did a great job. Let's start from Toastmaster Mayuresh. You started evaluation on very I would say in what we say that it was a more discussion type. I felt it was really nice. So you mentioned all the good points. You used the CRC approach, so that was really great. The only recommendation I have for you is that somehow you could, as she is giving her first ice break speech, so you can more highlight on the positives. You can you can tell the good things more. Like I think you talk about for 2 minutes, around 2 minutes. So you could have taken more time to point the good things she has talked about. So you can do that thing. And definitely you only give only one recommendation. That was even amazing. So really great job as an evaluator. For the second evaluator, wow, what an amazing, what an mesmerizing evaluation Toastmaster Abhishek has provided. It was really amazing evaluation. He used the CRC. He even used that what we say that, like, to point out the good thing, like when to take down voice modulation. So he used the sentence, like at what time the speaker has used those points. So that was really amazing thing. I do not have any recommendation. the only recommendation I can give you that please take more evaluations so that speaker can get to know how they can improve. That is the only recommendation I have for you. Then moving on to our third evaluator, Toastmaster Pradeep. So Toastmaster Pradeep even did a really great job as an evaluator. He used unique way to do a evaluation. He used like for each attributed, he gave the score. So that was something nice. The only recommendation I have you that you can like divide. You can use a CRC approach. Do not mix recommendation and commendation in one thing. You can initially mention the commendations and commendations and then recommendation, and you can summarize. So you can follow the CRC approach. So that is the only recommendation I have. But all great job on as an evaluator. Just somehow you need to take care of the time so that you get qualified, because we have heard the beautiful and worth evaluations. So you deserve to be part of voting. So you can take care of that thing. And moving on to Toastmaster of the day. So this was, I think this is your second meeting, right? And that was really amazing. He was planning, he had the script in hand, in paper. So that shows how much preparation he has done to act as a TMOD. So really great job. I would request each one of you to please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Saurav, because he was engaging throughout the meeting. He did not made any mistakes. So that is the most thing, because if you are acting as a first time TMOD, like you have to give controls to many role players. So in time you make a mistake, you forgot to give control, then we need to raise a hand. But this didn't happen. He was proactive and he was transferring control very well. So that was really amazing. And if I have to talk about theme, that theme was very catchy. Anyone, all of us can relate, like we have passed through the pandemic and everyone was able to relate to the theme. So that was really amazing. And even you keep it as interacting throughout the meeting. You were sharing details about the theme, and we asking members to come on stage and share the experience, or you were questioning and we had to answer. So that was really amazing. We didn't feel that you are the only one who is speaking about the theme. You were interacting throughout the meeting. So really great job on that part. Now overall thing, if I have to give, then how we perform, like let me talk about the on terms of PR, how we did. So that was the somehow our PR had problem with his laptop, so we didn't had the poster ready. So but we can't give this excuse. We can prepare, we need to prepare the posters on by Thursday max itself. You can have a team, and you need to make sure that the posters and meeting invites reach to the audience, because you have taken the efforts to create such a beautiful poster, and it deserves to share or reach to multiple platforms, so to reach the target audience. So that is the only recommendation. But despite of the challenges, you did not forget to share the invite. So that was, even you had the challenges, but you need you have make sure that the poster reaches on time. So that is awesome. Please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Ashutosh. He is doing great job as a PR. Now in terms of agenda, we had agenda well in advance. So we have done great job on agenda part. Even we had some backout, but it didn't affected the overall flow of the meeting. And if I have to give, there is one more recommendation I would say. Now what we can see, there is no, we are not able to see the Toastmaster Jay. Toastmaster Jay is not there. DTM Minal is not there. Toastmaster Venkatesh is not there. Toastmaster Ankur is not there. But we have the new shoulders, like who have chip in. So we have most of the role players are very new. They are proactively asking for roles. That is really good thing, and that is the culture we have as a TMCP in Northwest. Like we try to give opportunity to newbies to learn from the existing Toastmasters and apply, make their mistakes and learn from them, get the evaluations and apply and grow. So that is the culture we are having, and today I can see that's the culture we are following. So that is really great job. As a VP Education, Toastmaster Shantanu has done a really great job to assign roles to new members. That was really amazing. Kudos to and keep up the good work, Toastmaster Shantanu. I have only two recommendations in general. Please reach to the venue at least 15 minutes to the meeting room, because and even if you are traveling for the very first time, then please try to reach 30 minutes before, because the meeting location is not very prime location. You have to do a struggle to find the meeting location. So please try to reach to the meeting location before 30 minutes if you are planning to come to the meeting for very first time. And for all role players, please try to reach the meeting location at least 15 minutes, so that you can check the audio and video. If you are even attending online, you can check the audio and video. That will help, and to avoid the unnecessary or last minute changes, so that wherein we can say that, oh, I don't have network today. So this will help you, this will help us to maintain and conduct the meeting very smoothly. So that is the only recommendation I have. But that's overall great job. All the meeting extra day itself, we had the executive officers training, and we had a tough day yesterday. It was all day busy, but still we are up to the mark, and we have successfully conducted the meeting. So really great job. With this, I would like to again give control back to TMOD.
Wow, that was very detailed and proficient feedback as an evaluator. Thank you, Mayur, for this detailed evaluation. Now let's proceed with the voting part. So let's have the voting for the best role players and auxiliary role players. Zoom Master, can we launch the polls?
Yes, I'm launching the board. Okay. I'm launching the board for best role players and auxiliary role players.
Okay.
Yeah, look, let us see. No. We want the same
Sergeant. Okay, Sergeant but your share best, best role player.
Role player, auxiliary role. Fine, they can see.
Best share.
Share.
This one.
So the names will be visible. So the names are there. The names are there. They are
So we have the voting for best auxiliary role player in the online mode, as well as we have the briefing for the offline guests.
Simply like in every category you have to vote for one person. Would request everyone in the online mode also to
proceed with their polls.
I think 60% of people have participated.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm closing the poll now. Shall I close? Yeah. Closing the poll. And now I'm launching the poll for a best speaker now.
So we have the poll for best speaker in the online mode as well as in the offline mode. We have Toastmaster Tulsi with her icebreaker speech, Chandrasekhar with his presentation mastery, and Toastmaster Kunal okay.
This poll that I'm launching is for the table topic speaker.
Yeah. So we have poll for best table topic speaker. Yeah, please have your votes casted.
If I often the participants have casted their vote, then we can please. Okay, I'm hitting the postpone table topics.
Yeah, yeah. So now we can proceed with the conclusion part of the meet. So guest feedback at the last after conclusion. Yeah, you can calculate it. Yeah. Okay. So no doubt the pandemic has caused a major setback in all our lives, but the same setback has given us a chance to look back in our life differently, to reevaluate our decisions appropriately, as well as to rethink and revisit our goals wisely. This pandemic and the great reshuffle has also proven the famous proverb very true. We cannot control the wind, but we can adjust our sails. So uh, with this, I would like to conclude. I would like to summarize the today's meet with this greater availability for people to adjust their lives, to accommodate new kind of work into their lives instead of having work squeeze on into their lives. This has enabled us to overcome all our challenges that has been there demographically, physically, and all sorts of different things. So now people are more fulfilling to their work. They are more energetic, encouraged, and they have a new future for this. We have done? Yeah. Okay. So let's proceed with the moment of glory. Let's invite our president to give away the certificate and declare the best speaker, role player, and evaluator for today's meet. President Abhishek, over to you for your closing address.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurav. That was an amazing meeting, and actually, every one of us enjoyed today's meeting. Congratulations for conducting meetings. So, I mean, you done this is your first time being the TMOD, and it didn't feel like it that this is you are doing for the first time. Congratulations. Now let us go with the feedback from the guest and how they liked about the meeting. So, guest Ramchandra would like to tell about your experience in today's meeting.
Ramchandra, can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Yeah, Ramchandra, you are audible now.
Okay. The meeting is very good actually. I actually joined first time this Toastmaster. I actually get to know about Toastmaster from one of the friends status on WhatsApp and joined the Toastmaster meeting. Currently, I'm actually visiting various clubs as a guest to get to know what is the structure of the meeting and all that. After that, I will actually want to continue with the Toastmaster as a to improve my communication skills. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster guest Ramchandra, and we love that you are in today's meeting, and definitely we will love to see you in further meetings as well. Now we have reached kind of time, so can we extend the time for 5 to 10 minutes, if it is okay with everyone.
Yes, we can. I'll second that.
Okay, thank you so much. Guest Jasma, would you like to tell how you enjoyed the meeting and what is your feedback on today's meeting?
Abhishek, can you repeat?
Are you talking to me, Reshma?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I missed that. So yeah, I like today's phrase of the word, then word and today's word. So that is more useful during conversation, and different roles played during this Toastmaster meeting throughout. So yeah, that is more beneficial. I'm looking for me in future, so that will be more beneficial for me. So
Okay, thank you so much to guest Reshma, and definitely you can join further meeting. You can also talk to our VP membership, Toastmaster Mayur as well. He will guide you throughout, or any one of us. Welcome to our meeting again. And we have any guest in physical meeting? Can you tell?
We have guest Bharat.
Yes.
Over to you, guest.
So yeah, today's meeting was really well. It was very well organized, I would say. Divided into two parts. First presentation, then table topics were kind of interesting for me. For the first time I'm attending, so it was kind of a nice experience. So I would really like to go forward with it. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Abhishek.
Thank you.
Over to you, President.
Thank you so much for telling about your experience for today's meeting. Now, there is some announcement for today. Again, we sent about the newsletter on the Toastmasters group, and Toastmasters Saurav has applied for the newsletter chair, and soon he will come up with a plan. And again, I would request everyone to support him and the entire club for the newsletter. You can be the part of the newsletter team and create a newsletter for us. You can be work as a team. And again, congratulations to Toastmasters Saurav.
Thank you, Abhishek.
And do we have the report ready?
Just it will take 1 or 2 more minutes. So.
Okay, sure.
Till then, you can continue if you would like to share anything, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Okay.
Toastmaster Pradeep, may I?
Yeah, sure. Toastmaster.
So today's topic, what was chosen by Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Saurav, that the pandemic and how it has created a big impact.
Ashutosh, I think we have problem hearing you. No, you're not audible.
No, Ashutosh, you're still not audible to us. I think there is a network glitch.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah, now it is fine.
Yeah, so the topic that was chosen by our, the theme of the today's meeting, that was chosen by our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Saurav, that how pandemic has changed the entire scenario, the landscape of demand and supply in the organization as well as in our daily lives. So that was a very intricate topic, and really it has created a big difference. The future has really been preponed. What things were going to come in future, maybe 5 or 10 years ahead, that is happening now. The kind of work culture what we are experiencing every day, like working from home, sometime the technology that is pitching just because of changing the atmosphere or the circumstances we are living into. So all these things that we got to know now, we would have got to know perhaps 5 years down the line, just because of pandemic. And if you observe in the previous era also, when there was a World War I, II, lot of development took place in those specific period of time. The technological development, the social development, the psychological development, that all happened just because of anything disaster that has happened. So with this corona pandemic as well. So definitely the topic was very much relevant, and demand supply will always be applicable. When we will be meeting some kind of tragic situation in our life, we will be looking for more supplies, demand will be increasing, and so the supply will be. And this cycle will follow, and we will be moving in a more developing fashion, and definitely things will be becoming more closer. I guess results are ready, right?
Yes, yes, Asutosh. And to add one point to it, this pandemic has affected different domains in different ways, and not every domain has come out of it positively. But we all agree that gradually they will set their sails in according to this pandemic, and they will also come high.
Yes.
Can I take 1 minute? Okay, so I just have to. Okay, polls are ready and shared to Abhishek. President, can you announce take the moments of glory?
Okay, sure. So our best role player for today's meeting is Toastmaster Saurav. And I can remember when he was in the Toastmaster of the Day group, he kept asking a lot of questions to understand how it is working. And he also said that I want to do my best in today's meeting. So actually he has done amazing today's meeting. Congratulations.
Okay, we are just taking a screenshot, so just wait for me. This is cheese. And we are done. Thank you.
Okay, so our best auxiliary role player is again our first time role player and new member for our club, Toastmaster Nimisa and Toastmaster Nirjara. Congratulations.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I can take this.
Okay, our best table topic speaker is guest Bharat. Congratulations.
Yeah, just on this side. We'll have just a pic. Just. Cheese.
And finally, the best speaker for today's meeting is Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Congratulations, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. And again, congratulations for completing the path.
You want to listen from cheese? Cheese. I think he does the same post he has given 5 years back.
Same person.
Okay, so the certificates will be shared in our group so that you can have it. And with that, I finally adjourn today's meeting.
Toastmaster Chandra, this time you again run away, but with trophy certificate.